Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Friday Wrap for today, May 23rd, 2014. And we are really cutting it close today for the Friday Wrap. I apologize for that, but it's up on time as promised, or at least before Friday ends. At least that's the goal. I still have about an hour and 45 minutes before time runs up, and it should be up on time. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been a pretty good week, but first let's do a quick channel update as I like to start. The channel has been going kind of really good. We've been having some sub numbers dip up and down. A lot of that has to do with it being the season. May is always a low month for subs and views. Everybody's getting out of school and kind of jumping up and down. We kind of hit really high highs and really low lows. For instance, I had a day today, actually, I had a really high of almost over 300 people today. But then the other day I had barely over 100. And for a lot of people, that's going to be like, oh my God, Matt, this is a lot. But when you're starting to hit my level and we're starting to see that growth ramp up, to see those low dips, it can be a little bit panic inducing for me. But I know if everything's going to be fine. I know it's just that time of year. It's just you kind of have to watch those numbers very closely. Other than that, a lot of new stuff is happening. I've actually upped my workload a little bit too high. I say too high, but I can do it. It's just a lot of work. Right now, we're looking at hitting anywhere between 6 and 7 videos a day for a little while, just because I introduced 2 new series that I planned on doing right when I knew the games are coming out, but I thought I might have a little bit more free time in between. Unfortunately, I misunderstood when I thought a couple of series were going to end. So we have just extra videos going up here, there, and everywhere. Now, that does mean that every once in a while, a particular episode of a particular series may not show up. Like today, this will be like the 7th video going up today, and that's without Project Zomboid. That is just going to happen. I just feel like, 6 or 7 videos is a lot as it is. And if that means losing an episode here or there just to make room, it's going to be all right. Again, notice no series are going away. Just certain series might miss a day here and there, which is, again, there's plenty of content on the channel for you guys to watch. I'm not like upset about it. I'd only be mad at myself if I only had to do like 3 or 4 videos going live a day and I missed an episode or something. But that's that. We've got a lot of videos going up. The 2 series I was talking about, by the way, is Always Sometimes Monsters, which if you were part of that Cart Life crowd way back in the day, you're going to love this game. And Tropico, so if you were part of the Banished fans, you're going to love this game. They're both really, really good, and I was lucky enough to get a copy of both of them from the devs, so I'm very happy about that. Other things for the channel, I got my pop filter. We'll take a look down here. So as you can see, I do have a pop filter going on right there. That helps with a lot of the P's and stuff, and just generally it's a quality thing for the videos themselves for you guys, so they don't have to be, so like audio spikes don't happen as often, especially now that I have my mic in front of me. It used to be the mic was over here, and there's definitely a loss of audio when the mic is off to the side like that, as opposed to right here in front of me, which definitely helps with the sharpness of my voice. I also built a brand new desk, so I have a desk space that actually goes from in front of me all the way in an L shape to over here. This space has allowed for so much better stuff. The computer's further away from the microphone, so you don't hear those fans as often. The keyboard comes in a sliding thing, so we don't have the clicky clacking of the keyboard being so prominent. I still think it's slightly there if you really listen for it. Just better quality of life production stuff that is just going to get better over time. We have lights, professional lighting, hopefully hitting, that we don't have the lamp like over here. As far as that's concerned, that should be out in a few weeks. I've got just a lot of quality stuff to make sure that the quality of the videos that are going live are as best as I can make them. And I'm in a position now where I can start picking those things up little by little and making those adjustments for my work lifestyle, and for you guys, more importantly, to have videos that don't sound and look like ass. Not that they sounded or looked like ass before, but now they're going to be noticeably better sounding at the very least. And my work quality is going to be less cramped. My desk used to go from here, it's here to like here. So like you can imagine where my hands are. That used to be my desk space, and I had 2 monitors, a microphone, and my computer all on that one little desk. It was bad. It was really bad, but we are not in that situation anymore. Thank goodness. Yeah, so that's it as far as work life stuff is concerned. As you all know, I had my sister's wedding this past weekend, which was really fun. It was a great wedding. I'm so happy they're finally married. They've been dating for like 8 years. It's been crazy. I'm just happy they're wed. They're going to go on their honeymoon, I think, tomorrow. which is great. They're going on a cruise, that typical cruise thing. Things are just going really well for them. I'm just really happy, and I'm glad the wedding's kind of done. It was nice seeing all the family. Oh, hiccup. It was nice seeing all my family, particularly the ones that live far away, having them come down and everything. It's been great. It was a great, great time. Yeah, that's about it as far as work life stuff's concerned. So one of the things I've been thinking about doing with the Friday wrap is kind of talking about a topic, something that's just worth talking about, whether it be something that I get asked a lot or something that comes up in the comment section a lot. And one of the things that I actually get more actually from family and friends is the thing actually I want to talk about now, just because it was just something that was brought up and it's actually made me think a little bit about it, and it was just an interesting kind of topic to think about. And that is how Let's Playing and how this YouTube thing has actually changed how I play games. It's I talked a little bit about this in one of my past Project Zomboid episodes, and I wanted to elaborate on it more in this Friday wrap. And it's funny because you really would think it just means you get to play more games and stuff, but now that I've been Let's Playing and doing YouTube for probably 2 years now, 2.5, 3 years, full time, less than a year, obviously, but doing this more often than not, my video gaming culture, or my video gaming habits, rather, is probably a better word, have drastically changed, like massively changed. It's weird when you start doing this as your job, or even as a very serious hobby, because what ends up happening is that playing games off camera is something you don't really do anymore. And not because I don't enjoy playing games, that's definitely not it. But for me, and I know I think it's true for a lot of other YouTubers, when you're playing a game and you're not recording it, you tend to feel like you're wasting your time, or that you could be doing something better, or that you could be making videos. And this actually kind of lingers and goes into other parts of your life. I know for a fact this is with a lot of other YouTubers because I've talked to them about it. When I take a day off, for instance, my Thursday days off where I just go play D&D, there's always a nagging feeling in the back of my mind, like I could be at home making videos right now. I could be at home doing something to put on my YouTube channel right now. And you kind of have to force those thoughts out of your head, because you could be like, okay, I can't always be at my computer. It's impossible. But those thoughts, they are always there. And I'm sorry, my hair is bothering me. And it's weird because they're most often felt when I'm playing a game that's not being recorded. So if I sit down, I'm like, I am going to play Tropico 5, for instance, and just play a game off screen. As I'm playing and trying to teach myself the game, I'm like, I could just be recording this and just talking about the learning process and talking about the things I like and I don't like. And, that's eventually what I ended up doing. I just stopped playing. I was like, I got to record this. This is just better to do it that way. And that just carries over to all the other games. It's weird. If I'm not recording, I'm not playing games, because I feel like my time could be better spent doing other things. And if I am not playing games, I'm usually editing on this monitor, or uploading on this monitor, or doing both if I have the opportunity to do so, and amongst many other things. And it's really weird to feel that feeling of, I don't want to call it stress or anxiety, just it's almost like a little bit of pressure. If I'm not recording, I'm wasting my time. I'm not doing something what I should be. I should be recording. I should be critiquing. I should be doing a first impressions, or a Let's Play, or a series, or doing something that involves YouTube. And so I almost don't play games unless I'm recording or streaming, for instance, which is what's going to end up coming, because WildStar is coming up. And I am definitely going to be playing that game, because all of my old WoW guildies from the launch of WoW up until Cataclysm, I think I played them with them until they left and I eventually left. And, I made a lot of good friends, or met a lot of good people through that, are going back to WildStar. And I absolutely want to go play with them. What that means for me, though, is that I'm gonna start streaming it. That way I get you guys involved, because I really feel like unless I have you guys involved, I'm not having as much fun. It's hard for me to have fun unless you guys are there with me and enjoying the ride, because that is how I feel. That's how I feel like it should be done. And it's just a really weird feeling that I know I'm not the only one that feels it. You can talk to any other YouTubers who even do this as just a hobby or whatever, specifically the ones who do it as a job, to talk to them about it and just see. I promise you'll see that I'm not the only one that feels it. It's weird. It's definitely weird. The fact that it's impacted my life like that was worth thinking about. It's not a bad thing, by the way. It's not something I want to talk about because it's bad. It's just a really cool an odd observation to make as someone who now does this full time. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's weird. It's this weird new personality trait that I have. I have definitely changed as a person drastically since doing this. I'm more confident with my speech. I'm more confident in front of people, even though I hate being around them, which is a whole nother subject. If I'm around people like at my sister's wedding, for instance, people that I should know or I know relatively distantly or family or whatever, I can, I'm much more confident around them. I'm much more confident in my speech. And that's something that I've definitely noticed over the years, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. But that's it. I think that's all I really want to talk about as far as this particular topic is concerned. My cat is lying down right over here. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys like little topics like that. I'm curious. Drop it down. I want to hear you guys. Drop it down in the comments. Is there something in your life that has changed the way you look at something, whether it be your job, and if you do certain things differently in your life because of your job, or hobbies, or just school or family? Is there something in your life that has made you change the way you look at something or the way you do something? And let me know in the comments below. Just drop it down. I will read everything. I promise. I always do. Even though I tell you sometimes I'm not going to, I typically do anyway. So drop it down and I will respond to as many of them as I can. Thank you guys for coming by this Friday. I'm sorry this is late. I will see you next Friday. And more importantly, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.